And joining me now by phone is MSNBC political contributor Steve Schmidt. Steve, you've been on the inside of the political capsule. You know what it's like to be under somebody running the country. What is it when a top official, apparently, according to the Times, a senior administration official, has come out and said this guy is reckless, and it's only we working under him have kept him from destroying the country?
Well, Chris, it is an extraordinary and historic op-ed. They referenced John McCain at the end of it, and my first thought was to think about John McCain's stories as a prisoner of war in Vietnam and the comfort that the prisoners took when they were able to establish through the isolation of their solitary confinement communication with the other prisoners through tap code through the wall. And so the first thing I'd like to say as someone in the resistance on the outside is thank you. And it is nice to hear from you, but it is not enough. We are in an hour of national emergency in this country. That is evidenced by the president's behavior and erratic behavior that we see in public every day, by the account of this op-ed, and of course by Bob Woodward's book, a journalist of the highest standards and reputation who has distinguished himself over a lifetime of meticulous reporting about how the powerful act. We know that this administration is vile, corrupt, and likely criminal. We know that this president is immoral, that he is mentally and intellectually unfit for his office. What I would say back to the author of this op-ed is that this resistance inside the administration, whomever they are, must now gather. And one of them, the best of them, the toughest, the hardest, the most credible, must come forward into the light. They must take the full step, and they must tell the American people the truth, because the American people deserve to know. We are a nation of 325 million people on a planet of 6 billion. And this vile, immoral, corrupt, indecent, dangerous, intellectually unfit president is a danger to all of us. And they have an obligation to the country, to the Constitution, to every American patriot from Nathan Hale on. Nathan Hale, who said, "I regret only that I have one life to give up for my country." We're not asking them to do that. We're just asking them to come forward and tell the truth. The truth in a moment of crisis that's different than the emergency. And the crisis is the political cowardice in the country, acute in the Republican Party, where not one person will step forward and say enough is enough with his assaults on objective truth, on the rule of law, on liberal democracy. Enough is enough with his fetishizing autocratic dictators around the world, assaulting and assailing our allies. Enough. Who will step forward? That question now is foremost in my mind reading this. We need someone in the public to tell the truth.
Let me go to Phil Rocker on this, and then we're going to go to Steve Schmidt, Michael Schmidt, the straight reporters here. That passion was real. I want to get and check